Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. It's me, Jack, and today I have something surprisingly simple. We have a marinara chicken bake. Originally I was going to make Parmesan chicken, but that's more work than I'm willing to do tonight. And this is a lot easier to do, and it's a great alternative. So let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are. We have 3 chicken breasts. And no, it looks like 4, but one of these is really big, so I have to cut it in half. We have my homemade seasoning for chicken. It's nice and sweet. And we have some basil and oregano for seasonings. And we have some marinara sauce. This is the cheapest one I could find. It was like $2 a jar. Some of the others at the store were insanely overpriced, like $6 and up. I don't know what's going on with that. It's just tomatoes and a couple other things. There's no reason it should cost $6. There's some grated Parmesan cheese. I may or may not use this. It was, as I said, I was gonna make Parmesan chicken at first, but I might drop this. And we have mozzarella. I will use mozzarella cheese for sure. So let's get into this. Okay, so go ahead and start getting your chicken plated for seasoning, and we're gonna go ahead and pat it dry beforehand. Now, if you dry it, your seasoning will stick better once you're cooking it. This is optional. You really don't have to do this, but if you want your chicken to come out a specific way or just as best as possible, pat it dry. After your chicken's dry, go ahead and apply your seasoning with your preferred method. Now, I don't have a whole lot of seasoning left, so I'm just gonna sparingly drape it over with the fork and just go until I feel like I have enough. Alright, and once you have one side seasoned, be sure to just flip it over and get the other as well, so you can get it completely seasoned on both sides, just like always. Okay, once your chicken is seasoned the exact way you want it, we're going to take it over to a pan and we're going to give it a good sear. So let's get to that. Alright, so just as many other times, we want to get enough oil to coat the bottom, not much more than that. You don't want a lot of moisture at the final result, despite it being, gooped up marinara. And we're going to turn our heat up, and we're going to let our oil get nice and warm. Alright, my oil's been sitting for about 2 minutes, and maybe it's warm. And you know it's warm when it starts to sizzle. So go ahead and place all your chicken down. And we want it to sear, so we're going to deliberately leave our chicken sitting on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Don't have your heat too high, because you don't necessarily want it blackened. You just want it to get a nice color to it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let it sit on a medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, it's been 3 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my chicken over. It has a nice color on that side. That's exactly what you want. It can be a little bit darker if you prefer, though. So you keep that in mind. If you want to know just how high to have your heat, if it's sizzling all over the place, your heat's too high, turn it down. There we go. That's a beautiful golden brown color. Alright, so we're going to let it simmer. Well, we're going to let it sear for another 3 minutes. It's been 3 more minutes. Let's see what the other side looks like. Once again, has a really nice golden brown color, which is exactly what we want. Now, we don't have to finish cooking the chicken here. That's fine, because we're going to bake this for quite a while. So go ahead and turn the heat off and remove the chicken from the heat. Okay, we're going to be using some glass bakeware. This is what I have that'll fit in the toaster oven. And we're going to get some of this marinara sauce, and we're going to apply a little bit to the bottom. I only have 1 jar of this stuff, so I gotta stretch it out a little bit, and just spread a fine layer around on the bottom. After you have a fine layer spread around on the bottom, we're gonna go ahead and take our chicken, and we're actually going to drizzle some of the Parmesan cheese directly on the chicken while it's still warm. So hopefully it will adhere at least a little bit. If it doesn't, that's fine. The Parmesan cheese is optional. I'm only doing this because I bought it. I might as well include it. If it doesn't stick, I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I got to be sure to get both sides of the chicken as well. And we're going to flip it. Alright, everything fits. Now we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan directly on top of the chicken. Now I think I added a little too much to one of these. So we're just going to take our fork and spread it around a little bit. Don't worry about it otherwise. And then we're going to add some marinara sauce. We're going to spoon it on top of the chicken. I don't have a whole bunch, so I have to evenly spread it around as best as I can. Alright, after you have your marinara sauce layer down, we're going to go ahead and add some mozzarella cheese directly on top of the chicken as best we can. It's kind of hard to see underneath all the marinara sauce. Now, the thinner cuts of chicken you use, the better. But unfortunately, for some reason, the thinner cuts of just chicken and rib meat seem to cost like a whole $1 and something more than the straight chicken breast. I don't know what that was about. but I had to go with the larger pieces because of that. And if you do have to go with the larger pieces, just get a meat tenderizer and pound it really good. Okay, we should have done this before we added our mozzarella cheese, but we have our extra seasonings here. We have some basil and oregano. You don't really need these, but if you want some extra flavor, go ahead and add them before you add the cheese. I kind of messed up, but I'm still going to go ahead and follow through with adding them anyway. I really love the flavors that these bring, especially to pasta dishes. And after this, we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven, and we're going to bake it for about 25 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I will do my best to put it in the description. Alright, it's been 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and take out the chicken, and let's check the temperature on it. Now, we're looking for 165 Fahrenheit, and just like before, I'm not entirely sure what that is in Celsius, but I'll put it in the description. Alright, so let's get the temperature probe out and stab the chicken. It's not there yet. It says 153, so we have a bit of a ways to go. I'm going to give it 10 more minutes in the oven. Here we are, 10 more minutes later. It was probably actually done earlier. I think I need to calibrate my meat thermometer. So right now it's telling me the air temperature is 66, and I don't believe that one bit. Let's go ahead and stab a piece. And I'm getting 175, so our chicken's a little overdone, but that's okay. 180, yeah, it's a bit overdone. I probably didn't need to cook it for 10 whole more minutes. Maybe just 4 or 5 would work. Anyway, the chicken is finished, and that's all you have to do to make this. It's really quick, well, okay, it's not really quick because it takes forever in the oven, but it's really easy to do. And yeah, there you have it, the baked marinara chicken. It's a great and easy alternative to doing Parmesan chicken, which is much more involved since you have to bread everything and coat everything, and it's such a pain in the butt to do, and it takes forever, and the cleanup is awful. But if you're lazy or just want something different and easier, I highly recommend this. It's really good, it tastes amazing, especially if you love marinara sauce. I love marinara sauce. But yeah, thanks for watching. You can catch us here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays most of the time. I have been busy. You can also find us at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen over Facebook. I probably should have said Facebook first. And you can find us at Instagram at Living Between. And we also have a TikTok. I don't know what it is called at the moment. It eludes me. But thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.